Hello, once again, everyone. I'm your host, Ray Shasho. Welcome to another edition of Interviewing the Legends, brought to you by the Rockstar Chronicles, my book, featuring over 45 intimate conversations with the greatest music legends the world will ever know. It's available now at bookbaby.com and amazon.com. Well, Micki Free's new CD titled Turquoise Blue is heralded by Carlos Santana and Billy Gibbons, among many, many others, including myself. Grammy-winning blues rock guitarist Micki Free's new disc showcases his mystery of tone on its 13 originals, plus an incredible cover of Mr. Jimi Hendrix's classic All Along the Watchtower. Micki is a former member of acclaimed R&B group Shalamar. The album was recorded, mixed, and mastered by Ken Riley of Rio Grande Studios in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Special guests on Turquoise Blues include Gary Clark Jr., Steve Stevens, Christone, Kingfish, Ingram, and Cindy Blackman Santana, who was a guest of this show, and she's a very cool lady. Free teased the album's release with his debut single, By 2020, featuring additional guitar from longtime Billy Idol six-stringer Steve Stevens. Please welcome rock and blues guitarist, singer, songwriter, Grammy winner, Mr. Micki Free to Interviewing the Legends. Hello, Micki.
Hey, Ray. How are you, brother? That intro was serious, man.
That's a short one.
Yeah, right?
You know, you guys do so many things right now. And I get guys that are in 4 different bands. It's hard to keep up with you guys.
Yeah. We got to do something to keep the lights on. You know that.
I know. You're I got to say right off the bat, man, your turquoise guitar is incredible. What a beautiful instrument.
Oh,
Where'd you get that? Who made that for you?
Yeah, it's made by this company called Taya, which is P-E-Y-E, Taya.
Right.
And they just sent it to me in the beginning that said, this guitar looks like you, man. We'd like to see what you think and, and play it. So I got it. And I was like, wow. Yeah, it's first and foremost, it is like a beautiful piece of art. But Ray, it sounds like God. Yeah. I mean, it sounds so incredibly seriously cool and good the way that I like guitars. So now I'm doing I endorse Taya exclusively. I've got like 5 of them now.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, man. And they're doing a Micki Free model Taya called Comanche that's coming out in the fall. Fantastic. My signature guitar. Yeah. But the guitar is just, on Turquoise Blue, I've used it a lot, especially for soloing, like the rhythm tracks were done by a Red Billy Bow that Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top gave me. My main man.
Yeah, you guys are pretty close to each other in Texas, right? Where you grew up?
Yeah, I mean, but it transcends just geography. I mean, it's, I met Billy, in the 90s, and we just kind of hit it off, Yeah. He's such a cool guy and very giving. As a matter of fact, John Bolin, who makes all of Billy's custom guitars, is doing a model for me, another Micki Free model that Billy gave approval to make because it was a Billy Gibbons design. So Billy approved it. It's bad. You'll see it coming up. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to ask how many guitars you have.
You don't need to. I'll just say 100 plus. 100
plus. Oh my God.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I love your turquoise. I love turquoise. And when my dad used to go to Arizona, he used to bring me all kinds of stuff. And in high school, I had the bracelet, I had rings.
Oh yeah.
But my dad had stores in DC for years, retail electronics. And in the back, we had an engraver who actually made jewelry. So he would make me anything,
That's awesome. I mean, I'm so happy that you appreciate it, because to the Native American, turquoise is, turquoise is a valuable stone.
Yep.
Some of the nations believe that it prolongs life. Turquoise.
I believe that.
Yeah. For me, it's that, and it's just beautiful, period. That's it. And I like to rock it, and I've been doing it. Ray, I've been wearing turquoise since I was probably like 15 years old. It's just part of who I am. And I've got, as you can see, I've got tons of it. And the Native American communities call me the bling king. Because all my turquoise, right?
That's funny.
Very funny.
Yeah. Are you still affiliated with the Hard Rock?
I'm not.
You're not.
I was,
okay.
yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I only did a little stint with those guys in the early 2000s because they saw me and wanted me to be part of the Seminole tribe of Florida, who owns all the Hard Rocks.
That's right.
And, yeah. So they hired me to be Micki free, actually, and I didn't even have a position. Right. So all I really did was create cool programs for them and flew around the world, opening Hard Rocks and playing, worldwide for the Seminole tribe of Florida Hard Rock. And it was awesome. It was really an awesome gig, bro.
Yeah, our Hard Rock. I'm in Bradenton and in Tampa. We have the Tampa Hard Rock.
Yes.
But all of a sudden, I don't know who's doing this. The shows there are incredible because we never had shows there for a long time, and now they've got better shows in Orlando and over on the East Coast. They're doing a good job.
The Tampa Hard Rock is the highest earner of all the Hard Rock.
Really, I did not know that.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
It just makes the most money for all the Hard Rocks. And it, when I was there, Jim Allen, the big gun at Hard Rock, we would talk about it and stuff because I was doing a lot for Hard Rock. And I don't know, there's no rhyme or reason. It just makes more money than all of them, which is crazy, right?
It is crazy. I would have never thought that.
Right?
I guess we got a lot of gamblers in this area.
You certainly do, so.
I had a cool guy on my show that I love, and we had a great interview together. Love this guy. Do you know Pat Vegas from Redbone?
Of course. I love Pat Vegas, man. Oh yeah, Redbone.
He's so cool.
Redbone was as you know, the first Native American rock stars, bro.
Exactly.
Come and get your love, forget about it. Unparalleled by any song. Yeah. I love that song. I know Pat. Yes. And I appreciate him. And Redbone and all that they do. I know him personally. Killer band, killer image. They're way ahead of their time, Ray, as you know. And that song, Come and Get Your Love. Come on, man. That song was like killer.
I know.
And I remember seeing them. Get ready for this. I'm going to age ourselves. I saw him on Midnight Special.
That's
remember?
Right.
Remember?
Right.
That's where I saw him when I was like, what the? I loved it. And then they went into the iconic.
A lot of people don't know the story about him and his brother Lolly.
Yeah.
They started out in California. They were an R&B, kind of an R&B band.
Yes.
Like you started out with R&B, and they were really popular before Redbone. They were big time. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And the thing about me is I've been a blues rock guitar player my entire life, forever, since I saw Jimi Hendrix at like 13 years old, right?
Lucky you,
right? And then Gene Simmons from Kiss discovered me, then managed me. Kiss did for, as you know, 20 years or something. And then along comes this band. No, I'm getting ahead of myself. Then I met Prince, and we became friends, and the whole Prince thing was really happening, Ray, as we know, in the early 80s, taking off. So the group Shalamar, who I never even heard of, because I'm listening to Hendrix, I'm listening to the Cream, I'm listening to the Stones, baby. You know what I mean? Right? Asked me to join the band, and I'm like, what? And I told Gene Simmons, and Gene Simmons says, let's go to Tower Records. You're going to love this one, Ray. Let's go to Tower Records and see who they are. So we go to Tower Records. We buy the cassette, right, Ray, and sit in Gene Simmons' Rolls Royce in the parking lot of Tower Records and listening to Dead Giveaway by Shalamar, which was a huge hit. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to play in that band. That's not even my kind of music.
Right.
And Gene's, as Gene Simmons does, he's doing the research and he goes, let me see. If you join Shalamar, the Kiss company will negotiate a solo deal as well. When you join them after a year, you can do a solo album, and it will be like getting into a limousine instead of a taxi cab because it's so famous. I knew immediately what he meant. I joined Shalamar. The rest is history. The first year there, I won a Grammy, multi-platinum records. It was crazy. And I still love Shalamar. I had a good lesson in rhythm and blues, and the lead singer and myself, Howard Hewitt, are still good buddies, brothers to the bone to this very day. So yeah, crazy though, right, Ray?
That is crazy. You would have never thought you would have started out in an R&B band because you're so talented as a guitar player. Right?
It's crazy. But like I said, I was just, I was getting ready. You're going to love this, to sign another deal. I think it was EMI America that Kiss and Gene had got for me. But then Simmons, as Simmons will do, the calculator, Mr. Calculator.
Yeah.
He figured, look, join this band, we'll get you a solo deal, you'll become instantly famous. That's it. And that's what happened. That's what really happened.
Well, that got you in the door for doing all your other projects.
All the other ones, it got me in the door to be associated with my peers, appreciated by them. That's how I met Steve Stevens, man, from the video from Dancing in the Sheets, when I busted through the window, remember? And Steve Stevens is going, dude, that's so bad, man. And we became friends at a Billy Idol concert, and we're still good friends to this day. I love Stevie. He's one of the best guitar players on the planet, no doubt.
I just had Dale Bozio on the show,
yes.
And her relationship with Prince.
Oh, I know Dale well too.
Yeah.
She's cool. She's very cool.
She's got a new book out, by the way.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I knew Dale, and in the day when we were all roaming.
That's right.
Yeah, in the 80s, man. When Hollywood was so decadent, Rome didn't have shit on us, bro. It was so decadent in the 80s in LA on the Sunset Strip. That's a whole nother show for me and you that we have to do together. It was crazy.
Man, you were so hip in Shalamar. You look like Prince. You had that look.
Yeah. Let me tell you something too. That was by design.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I'm no dummy, and Simmons is my coach, right. And so I had similarities to Prince. I didn't even know who Prince was when I joined that band, right? And so. I had similarities, and I was like, oh, okay, so this guy's rocking that. And I said, let me just gear a little bit to the right so I can get into that vein. And that's what I did. I was still me, but, I had those little sum of familiarity of the princely sort of look. And, and then Prince met me and wanted me to join him in Paisley Park, dude. We don't have enough time on this show,
I know.
Just don't.
Write a book. You got to write a book.
Well, you know what? I'm in the process of writing. And Simmons has told me for years, decades, to write a book. And I'm like thinking, who the hell wants to read about me? I'm thinking, and it's like, what? And Gene Simmons named it. He goes, you should call your book Free at Last. Yeah. And that's the name of the book. And we're doing it now. Crazy, right?
Well, look, they made a whole movie about, what's his name? Sugar Man?
Yes.
Nobody knew him.
Right? Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, exactly.
So anything goes, right?
Exactly. Well, you're an interesting cat, man, and your personality reminds me a little bit of Hendrix. You got that.
Oh man, I appreciate you.
Hendrix personality.
You mean? Are you calling me a dork? No, I'm kidding.
No. Hendrix is a dork.
Was a dork.
He was badass, man. Hendrix was so cool. He's so laid back. I've talked to a lot of people that knew him.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
Hendrix was my man. So was Carlos Santana. He was my guy. Trower. Yeah. I mean, Mahogany Rush. Yeah. The Stones, ZZ Top. Any group for me, Ray, that had tone. I'm like a toneology kind of a guy. I really love good guitar tone. That had that sound that I just loved. I gravitated towards, like I said, especially Hendrix. Yeah. But then, and Hendrix flamboyancy, and they call me that way too, my panache and so forth and so on.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's really not a put on thing, Ray. It's kind of like a natural thing that I just loved. The way the Stones and Hendrix and Aerosmith were rocking it in the 70s. And, as a young boy coming up, I just adopted all that, and it just stuck with me. So the funniest thing when I go out, like to buy stuff or something at a store, this is so crazy. People always say to me, I love your outfit, man. I'm like, dude, this ain't no outfit. This is just, it's just me today, baby.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, but
crazy.
you're pretty dapper.
You know,
In a cool way, you know what I mean?
I appreciate you, Ray. I can be at times. I can be Mr. Sanjo at times, you know.
And the turquoise, man, it just brings everything
I
out.
get it. Yeah, turquoise. Thus the name of my album, Turquoise Blue. Plus
Exactly.
the cover is like turquoise blue is flying out of the cover, you know, and it, you know, I think that, you know, Turquoise Blue is probably the best album I've ever written.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I
Over
gave it 5
COVID.
stars.
Oh,
I gave it
thank you,
5
brother.
stars. I said it was a compelling mix of rock and blues created and performed masterfully by a guitarist soon to be a living legend. How's that?
That was the best, you know.
That's my interpretation.
And you know what? A man like you, Ray, knows what he hears. And with you saying that, I'm taking it, baby. I'm taking it to the bank.
I mean it, man. I've listened to a lot of music in my day. Interviewed a lot of guys.
You know, and the funny part is you know, when people call me that now, like you're a living legend. I'm like, man, don't call me that, because I know what it means. You guys aren't fooling anybody. That means old. So don't.
You know, I called Beth Hart that too. You know.
Oh, she's badass.
She is badass.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Ray. I mean, it's all good, baby. Any support that, you know, comes from people like you that understand what I'm doing, I appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I told Ian Anderson last week. I talked to Ian Anderson of Jethro Tull, and I told him, I says, I sincerely mean this. You are my rock hero. You know, I love talking to him, and he is my hero. He says, I bet you say that to all the girls.
Right? Dude, I remember when Locomotive's Breath came out. Remember, dude, I was floored.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a big Jethro Tull fan as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Turquoise Blue. We're going to go over the album a little bit. Love the album. By 22. What a cool. I mean, if there was a top 40 song on that album, it's going to be By 2020.
Yeah. I mean, that song speaks for itself.
It does.
I mean, I wrote it at the beginning of COVID, and it just means by 2020, get the fuck out. We hate you. Get out. Right?
Yes.
You destroyed our lives. Go. See it. Get out. By 2020. And then I enlisted Steve Stevens to burn it down with me. And of course he did. You know, I wrote the whole album during COVID, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I just was inspired. I was doing a new record anyway, Ray, but then I was locked down, and that made me work, you know? And so I just came up with all those songs, brother, during that time.
Great songwriter. You are a great songwriter, man.
That's what I won my Grammy for. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's what I won my Grammy for.
Not everybody can do that. You know, I liked Led Zeppelin, the music, and in high school, Zeppelin was, but lyrically, most of their albums, no. You know, Baby, Baby, you know what I mean?
I hear you. But, you know, but Zeppelin, you know, shit.
I know. It's hard to say anything bad about Zeppelin, but when you get a guy like you that creates these wonderful, intelligent lyrics.
Oh, man.
You know, that's everything. That's everything.
Well, I mean, you know, I've always been that kind of guy, Ray, that lyrically, you know, as you know, I wrote, produced, arranged, and performed Turquoise Blue. You know that. Sure. A la the Prince vibe that I carry. Right. You know, my lyrics, and probably why you dig them, are not rocket scientist lyrics. I don't believe in those. You know what I mean? Ray, I write for day-to-day experiences about love, pain, happiness, sorrow, but real easy for my listener to dig on, man. And the whole thing that I want coming back to me from my records are, did I connect with my listener? Were you with me? Did you dig the groove? Sure. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
But they're clever. They're clever lyrics. You know, they're very clever lyrics.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah. World on Fire sounds very much like Carlos Santana, of course.
You think? You think?
And I'm taking it was kind of a tribute to him in a way.
Totally. It was my homage to Carlos.
Yeah.
He's my friend. You know, he's very gracious to me. Whenever he's anywhere that I'm close to, I go see him. I love him. I jam with him. His drummer, you may not know this, Cindy Blackman Santana, was in my band. Cindy was in my band before she married Carlos.
Yeah, I saw a video of you with Cindy.
at Hyde Park, London,
Yeah.
100,000 people. It's crazy, right?
He's a great drummer, man.
Oh no, she's amazing human being too.
Yeah.
And drummer. I mean, like she is, you know, when I play with Cindy, she's my the closest thing I can get to Mitch Mitchell when I go three-piece with Cindy. Okay.
You're right.
Now, when I go three-piece with Steve Ferroni, which I do a lot, I call him the Buddy Miles guy because he's just kicking toms, but he can burn it down too. Right. You know, and I love three-piece bands, to tell you the truth. And
me too.
Me too. And this album I had Hammond organ and blah blah blah, but I really love a good three-piece. That's where I came out of, a three-piece band. And
power trio.
Power trio, baby. And I got into all that because of Queen. I'm not Queen. I'm sorry, not Queen. Cream, who I just love to this day. Yeah. I can't say that about Eric Clapton now, but in Cream, I loved him. I loved him to death, you know.
Yeah. And I love Trower.
Oh,
Jimmy Dore. Oh my God.
Robin Trower. I mean, what I like about Trower is he took the Hendrix inspirational vibe and made it his own.
He did.
You know? Yes, he did. And that's kind of what I do too. I mean, I'm not like one good compliment that I love that Gene Simmons said about me is, you know, impresses Micki Free as a Jimi Hendrix innovator, not a Jimi Hendrix impersonator.
I agree.
Yeah, because I'm not. And you know, there's only one Jimi Hendrix. We all know that. And to all the guys out there that are doing Jimi Hendrix note for note, you know, lovely, more power to you. I'm sure Jimmy's in heaven loving that. But that's just not my cup of tea, brother. You know, it's just not like my version of All Along the Watchtower, bro. I wanted it. Yeah, right. I wanted to stay as true as I could to Jimmy's version, right? And but doing it my way. If you listen to the solos, they're not like the solos on his.
They're not.
No, they're my solos.
Yeah.
And you know, I think Premier Guitar called it a tour de force song, and I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Right? And I looked it up, and I was so honored. You know, an accomplishment by an individual. It said that probably could never be recreated, and I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "Yeah, baby,
that's awesome."
Yeah, man.
Cindy, I want to tell everybody, Cindy Blackman, Santana, Lenny Kravitz was in the Lenny Kravitz band for a long, long time. I had her on the show, you know. She was actually in the car with Carlos going to the airport when we did the interview.
Sounds like her.
And Santana had just put in that reunion, you know, with Greg Raleigh.
Yes.
All the original guys were there, which was really cool. Yeah.
That Santana is my favorite of all time.
Yeah, I love Santana.
Of course, the original group, the Greg Raleigh and everybody. But you know, his bands are primo now. You know, like for instance, World on Fire, Andy Vargas, the lead singer. Like you said, I have Carlos's whole band on there except Carlos.
You do,
yeah, because Carlos he couldn't jump in there with us because he was doing that big album, his album that he did now, and he was tied up. Yeah. And so, you know, everybody think that's Carlos on guitars, bro. That's me throughout the whole album.
It's amazing.
Right?
You know, it is amazing.
They're like, Carlos sounds really good on your record. That's me playing, you know.
Yeah. What's it like playing with Carlos?
It's just like a dream. It's like a dream come true. I mean, it's like if I was playing with Jimi Hendrix, the same level.
Oh my God.
He's so gracious. He's so loving towards me. You know, he accepts me as his brother. You know, when he asks me to do a solo, Ray, he pushes me to the front of the stage, and then he goes back and leans on his amps and watches. Cool. I love that about Carlos.
That's class.
You know? Yeah, that's first class. Yeah. And you know, I'm so appreciative of that. And you know, one rule of guesting on a person's stage that I learned very early in life is never step on the toes of the star.
Right.
You know, just lay back, do your thing, support, and if and when they want you to play, they'll let you know. And so I do that with Billy. I do that with Gary Clark Jr. I do it with Santana. I do it with everyone. You know, that's why they call me back up, because we have fun, dude.
Yeah.
You know, there's no competitive mode. You know, and you know, not to mention any names, but there's one guitar player that Carlos said I will never have on my stage.
Really?
And he plays a lot of notes. You can take it from there. You know, so you know, it's called respect. Okay.
Sure.
And that's what I have for my peers.
I agree.
Yeah.
Low riding 420. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You know what this sounded like to me? It sounded like Lenny Kravitz meets Robin Trower. Got a lot of wah-wah in that, man. And I love the wah-wah.
I love wah-wah. I love wah-wah.
Me
but
too.
You know, low riding 420, you know what that means? It's like I'm touring down the highway with 420.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just chilling.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, that was really inspired, and you missed it, ZZ Top. That's like Billy Gibbons all through there, man. You know, that's Billy all through there. But that's one of my favorite cuts. That's what my favorite. And if you go to the end when it goes, getting high when we wanna, right. When we do that live, people are like,
all right.
Yeah,
we're not legal here in Florida yet, which I can't understand because everybody voted for it. You know, it passed. Everybody wants, you know, to be legal here, but they're so damn stubborn. I don't get it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they'll come around because that they have to.
I hope so.
They'll come around. Yeah, man.
It's good for you. You know, talk to Tommy Chong.
Well, let me tell you something. I can't play guitar and smoke no 420. Dude. We'd be laughing all night, Ray.
I know.
I mean, I'd be like hitting the first chord thing. Could you get me some potato chips? And,
exactly.
And some cookies.
I know. And then you get paranoid. And then you go, am I playing this right? Does this sound right?
Totally. Crazy.
Oh, man. A cool track that kind of sounded R&B-ish and a little bit of jazz thrown in with Spring Fever. And I love the caviar and cheap champagne, you know?
You know what? At that time, it's rumored that I was hanging out with Sade. And if you listen to that song very closely,
I haven't heard that one.
It has her vibe.
I love her. You know, I thought about Sade when I heard that track.
Because the song is written about Sade.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and
Is it true? Is it true?
I cannot confirm or deny those rumors, sir.
When is she coming back, man? I mean, she's had enough time with her kids, and you know?
I mean, she's just so brilliant. I wish she'd come back too, but I've got every one of her records, and you know, hey,
so do I.
Yeah, you know, and I'll take the moniker Smooth Operator.
You know, that's my love making music with my wife.
I guess it is.
Yeah, and I already told her. I says, if we ever see her in concert, we're going on the front row, and I'm going to give her roses.
And she, you know what? And that would be very cool. And she would be so gracious to you for doing that.
Yeah, I love her. She's so cool.
Stand up. And, you know, I wrote that song in the Bahamas for real, just like it said in the record. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. And, you know, Southern Nights in the south of France. It's all about my world travels, thinking of Sade and this and that. Oh, yeah.
That's incredible.
And my guitar playing is just a straight strat into the board. There's no effect on it. There's nothing.
Really?
I'm just playing straight into the board. Maybe a little echo, you know, but to give it the vibe. But I wanted to give it like a bluesy-esque pure tone with no effect.
Yep.
Yeah, and it worked. People seem to like it. Thank you, Ray.
It's like you said, very Sade, a little bit of jazzy, you know, that
listen
Sade
to
jazz
it. When you're done with me, go back and listen to that. Again, you're getting like, that Micki free.
Not only that, but you got the coolest name ever. You know that?
Oh, really? I like it. It's better than it's better than Bob Jones or or Henry Jenkins or
John Smith.
Your name is cool. RS.
It's different. It's different.
RS in the house, dude.
That's
RS.
right, man. It's different. Yeah. You know, me and Sade are like only days apart. Our birthdays. We're the same age. We're both Aquarius, you know.
That's where you get. That's why you're so romantic, bro.
Oh yeah, I am. I definitely am.
You're Aquarius, because Sade seriously is. You know.
Oh my God, she's so smooth. You know.
Smooth operator, baby. Just listen to her grooves. It's just, dude. We don't have
her early band. Oh my God, they nail it. Right? They nail it. They're incredible.
Yeah. I saw them in London, man. And when I was in Shalamar, yeah, we were there in London. I saw her. Jesus, unbelievable, man.
She's a beautiful person. Well, if you talk to her, tell her we miss her, we love her, and make some more music.
You know what? I think she's doing a new record right now.
Oh, that would be wonderful. That would be incredible. Yeah. Okay. Come Home Big Mama. Who's singing on that track?
this is a crazy story. So I'm doing the song in Albuquerque,
Okay.
at my favorite studio, Rio Grande Studios. And so we would go to lunch, and we're eating, and this girl comes up and says to Ken Riley, "Hey Ken, how are you?" And Ken goes, I'm really good. This is Mickey Free. We're recording Mickey Free's record. And this is so sad. I forgot what her name is, to say the truth. It just flew out of my brain. But Ken goes, if you're looking for like a good soulful singer to duet or whatever, she's the girl. Her mom is like one of the top blues singers in Albuquerque. And I'm thinking, really? And at that time we were recording Come Home Big Mama. So from lunch, I invited her to the studio to sing that song. Wow. And I said, just sing with me, sing word for word with me. She killed it, bro. She killed it, right?
It sounds like the olden day blues, the original blues.
Of course, the real deal. That's how the song's supposed to sound. And she just killed it. The next time we speak, I'll have her name. It's just like ghosted. It ghosted from my brain, right?
She blew me away.
Right?
She was great, man.
One takes too, and she's just like, I'm like, oh yeah, you can sing. Wow. And I'm not prejudiced or racial, but she's a white girl.
I would have had no idea.
Of course you wouldn't.
Really?
Yes. But I don't look at that color for musicians, as like we don't. But there's so many good girl singers now.
There is.
Beth Hart and blah 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 singing the blues, So I was lucky that she was there, and she just killed on that track, brother.
Yeah. She's incredible, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'll tell her.
Good. Heavy Mercy. Sounded like a kind of a Hendrix intro. Okay.
Yes.
You know what? Your voice on that, you sound a little bit like Chris Cornell. Am I wrong on that?
Dude, you are so there. Oh my God. Check this out. Dude, Ray, I'm talking seriously.
Okay.
You are so there. When I was writing that song, okay, I came up with a lick. And I'm like, yeah, this is very Trower-esque Hendrix, you could say,
right?
Done Mickey freestyle. But I said, I'm going to sing this kind of like Chris Cornell would sing it to my wife. And I played that for her and I sang it. She goes, yeah, that sounds like Chris Cornell. Sure and dude, I can't believe you said that. Dude, you're a rock and roll critic, baby.
I'm telling you, man. Nobody knows who I am, unfortunately.
I do.
Written a few books, 1,000 interviews. I know everybody in the industry.
Right.
That's
crazy.
About it.
That's one of my favorite songs, Heavy Mercy.
It's incredible. And I know you play with Chris Cornell at one time?
Yeah, no, I didn't play with him, but I opened a couple of shows for him and met him, and what a cool guy.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he was deep. And I just, from Soundgarden to Temple of the Dog, I just appreciated Chris Cornell and his
Audio Slave. Yeah.
Audio Slave. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. And his ability his fucking voice, bro. What the fuck,
Yeah.
If I could die and go to heaven and come back, I still want to be me with Chris Cornell's voice.
You nailed it, man. You nailed it.
Oh, thank you. It's crazy, right?
Oh, man.
I can't believe you said that. I mean,
I heard it right away.
That's crazy.
The same pattern of his voice was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I just had this vibe, as the tides they burn the sea.
You're doing it now. It's amazing.
Especially in the bridge. Take away, blood red sand. You know what I mean? Take me to the promised land.
All right, now you got to do a Soundgarden song, okay? Do Black Hole Sun.
Oh, one of my favorites. I could kill it. It's too personal. And this is true about me, the only covers that I do. Last record, my last record I did Voodoo Child Slight Return.
I heard that.
Yeah, man. With Sidney Blackman on drums, of course.
I heard that.
And I did Along the Watchtower. Yeah. Those are my two favorite Hendrix songs. And then live, I play those, and I play Jumpin' Jack Flash and a couple more Stone songs. But those are kind of like the only two guys that I play live, because I just dig them so much,
I love every song by Hendrix, but I do like Machine Gun.
Oh, dude.
Something about Machine Gun I love, man.
Dude, you got it.
Ding,
Ding,
you know.
ding, ding. But you have to hear this version of we call it Ohio Machine Gun that we do live in my band. It's like Crosby, Still, Nash and Young. Yeah. 10 soldiers and Nixon coming, but we turn it into like a free Hendrix-esque jam, and we put Machine Gun in there. Ray, when I'm in your neck of the woods, you're gonna be like, "What?"
Oh my God! I can't wait, man! I can't wait.
It's super bad.
You know, I could see the connection with you and Carlos because you almost sometimes you sound like Carlos the way you talk. I can see that. Yeah, I hit it off with Carlos because well, if he still he made a comment when I'm not sure if he's a Cuban lover, but my mom was Cuban, so we got that kind of connection as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, Carlos is just the down to earth hippie man that just has just
very spiritual.
Yes, very spiritual. Yeah. And I'm even in his book, Universal Tone. If you read that book, he talks about his first date with Cindy Blackman Santana, and he couldn't have it because she was playing with some dude in London called Micki Free. Oh, it's in there. We laugh about it.
Really?
Oh yeah. And he just, I don't know, man. It's just when I see him, he's like, Micki, brother, come on, tequila, red wine.
You sound like him.
Let me tell you something. Carlos Santana is the loudest guitar player I've ever played with.
Really?
Dude, I was standing behind his amps backstage in Vegas at House of Blues, ready to go on. And he was so loud. And I was behind him, Ray.
I did not know that. Yeah.
I loved it. And he put me in a killer rig, his old Buddha amps that he was using in like the 70s and shit, I'm sure. Fucking so cool, bro. I can't say enough good shit about Carlos Santana because he's just the guy.
I saw Santana maybe 8 times in concert. One of the first concerts I ever saw was him in it was Santana and Tower of Power.
Oh wow.
Back in 73, I think.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you saw the real deal. That's when you were like probably 20, right? I remember. Don't answer that. Don't answer. You were that's right. You were 15. That's good enough.
I was about 15.
It's good enough, Ray. That's good enough.
Yeah. First concert I ever went to was Jose Feliciano and Curtis Mayfield.
Oh, both the two dudes that I love.
Curtis he did Superfly. That was right before Superfly, I think.
The first time, now dig this, Ray. The first time I jammed with Santana, right? It was me and Carlos and Jose Feliciano.
Really? Is that right?
Yep, at House of Blues in Vegas. And Jose is quite the guitar player, as you know.
He is.
And his voice, I just love him. And I just love his whole vibe too.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, dude.
I love it. Carlos goes, this is Micki Free. And Jose goes, I know who Micki Free is. I know him. And he started singing Shalamar shit. It was so fucking funny.
Very cool.
Funny. Yeah, man.
Very cool. Well, Watchtower, we know is fantastic cover of that tune. It was beautiful. I loved it. My Big Regret, another R&B cool, a lot of cool bass in that.
Oh yeah, too. Yeah. My Big Regret, sounds very 70-ish. If you listen to that,
that's all right.
70-ish. And Steve Stevens plays the flamenco guitar, and you know that, right? That's Steve playing that solo on there,
right?
And that was the first song that I sent him, and he says, "Dude, I love this song. It's about heartache, heartbreak, and
right."
And and he says, I love it. And then he said, if there's anything else you want me to play on, send it my way. That's Steve Stevens.
Yeah.
And so I said in 2020, and I said, just burn it down. And he did.
I'm a big R&B guy too. I love R&B.
Come on, man. So am I.
Yeah.
Isley Brothers and all of that stuff. Yeah. I learned a lot. While I was in Shalamar about R&B. I really did.
I was a top 40 DJ back in the late 70s. So I played a lot of Shalamar.
Then you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Take that to the bank, Ray.
Take it to the bank, man.
And this is not the second time around, baby. All right.
Another guy you got the same personality of, and I know you played with him, is Mark Farner. Brother Mark.
That's my man, though.
Is a brother Mark cool?
Oh,
I love Mark. Man. I know Mark. He's
Yes.
such a cool guy, man.
Oh yeah, we're related,
Yeah,
man. Cherokees. I mean, I love
definitely.
him. He calls me up, Mickey Free. What are you doing? Right?
Yeah.
I love him. He can get political at times, but I love him to death.
I
You
know.
know?
I call you. He's brother Mark and I'm brother Ray.
I like it.
On the
I mean,
Christian side, of course.
if you go right, if you go on
Yeah.
YouTube, man, you could see me and him and freaking me, Mark,
Carmine. And Carmine.
Karma,
Yeah.
killing, man.
How cool is that? What if you guys toured together?
Well, we were going to, we wanted to, but it,
Yeah.
it fell apart as it always does.
Yeah.
But Carmine was like, damn, man, Mickey, we should do something. So it was going to be me and Mark and Carmine and Prescott Niles, the bassist from the Knack that played with me, right? Yeah. He was going to be the bass player.
Oh my God.
But
what a band that would have been, huh?
Oh yeah, man. It would have been heavy as shit. Carmine's a monster drummer. Freaking Mark Farner sounds just like he did in Grand Funk when we were kids and can play guitar badass. You know, I love Farner. You have no idea.
That's he is Grand Funk. Yeah. He is Grand Funk.
Right. I mean, let's not even get into that whole
fucking. I know.
I'm like, what the fuck? You know? He explained it to me. I'm like, that's bullshit.
Man. I don't like those sham bands.
No,
you know?
I don't either. I don't either, man. Hey, you know, people got to make a living and all that, all that. But you know, I say this in interviews too, man. I'm happy that I don't have to fall under the wings of Kiss or Shalamar or anybody. I can live off of my own juice, right?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm relative in my world, and I like that. You know,
you're not a slave to the record companies.
No,
right?
no.
The big corporate machine.
No, and I'm not a slave to having to have to play Kiss songs my whole life and fucking you know Shalamar songs. Right. I'm glad that people recognize my songs as creative. You know what I mean? And I dig that. Yeah, man, I dig it.
It's a whole new world. I mean, you're in a, you know, I like Shalamar. I love Shalamar, but your world now that's you know that's where I'm at. That's the real deal. You know.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, it's roots. You know.
Totally.
Yeah, going way back. Talk about Heaven or Heroin. That's a cool track, and the guitar on that. Oh my God!
Right? Yeah,
monster man. Guitar. Jeez.
You know, Heaven or Heroin is not about the drug heroin. People think that it's not. It's about a girl. You know, it's about a girl. I mean, you know, and her chi-chi, which is called Heaven. Right?
I never thought of that before. Huh?
Yeah, but that's what it's about. So you're thinking, you know, about her and should I go for her, which is heaven, or should I just be a downer and like a heroin guy? That's all that means, man. It's just, you know, positive negatives of being in a relationship with a girl that has strong attributes.
Very clever, though. Very clever.
Thank you, man. Thank you, brother.
Love that too. Ring of Fire, powerful track, very powerful track.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
And you end the album with Blue Memories.
Dude, that song again is another song about heartbreak. And
I heard Chris Cornell on that one too.
That's crazy because he was in there too.
Yeah.
But I really was thinking, you know, that's my Neil Youngish vibe, you know. Well, I see my memories, you know, just kind of just flowing and, you know, heartbroken and you know, being a dumbass and fucking up in relationship. And so, you know, you have those memories and they're blue memories, you know. But I like that track too.
I love it too.
Yeah,
and so some of your videos, I went on YouTube and was looking at all your stuff. Down by the River, you did a really cool version of that.
Thank you.
Speaking of Neil Young,
who I love to death.
Yeah,
and you know, I did Down by the River, but I didn't want to say and as you know, you listen to it. I shot my baby. I didn't say that in the song. You know, I just continuously said Down by the River because. But what really that song, I love Neil Young's version, but the guy that hit that version out of the park was Buddy Miles. You got to listen to his version.
Yeah.
Ooh, la, 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 la. Killer.
You know, Buddy played good guitar. A lot of people don't know that.
Buddy played guitar like Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, he was a great guitar player.
Because in my band, my Hammond player, his name is Mark Muggy Dew Leach. He played with freaking Buddy for years, and he was Buddy's musical director. Oh yeah. if you listen to Turquoise Blue, Muggy Do ain't no joke.
Yeah.
I mean, he burns it down. And live, I let him step out numerous times. You know,
I got to tell you this. This is freaky. I was watching the video of you doing. Let's see, you're playing the Flying V. I think it was you and Cindy playing the Hendrix Voodoo Child, right?
Yeah.
And I had just put it on. I was watching it. I said, "Man, this is awesome." And then I had to go back into my studio, and I wrote a few notes for the interview about that video. And I had Pandora on. And guess what came on?
No way.
Watchtower. Isn't that weird? That happens to me all the freaking time too.
That's fucking meant to be, baby.
Well, I was watching you. Watchtower comes on by Hendrix. I mean, on Pandora. That's rare, isn't it?
You know, I got to tell you, that's my favorite Jimi Hendrix song, written by Bob Dylan. I say, and people laugh. I go, yeah, that's my favorite Jimi Hendrix song, written by Bob Dylan. Yeah. And Bob Dylan, as we know, loved it so much he started playing it like Jimmy's version.
Yeah,
which is so cool.
It is cool.
Hendrix was so clever. I mean, Foxy Lady. I mean, you know, I do obscure Hendrix songs like on American Horse. Okay, go back and listen to that. I do Hey Baby by Hendrix. It's fucking bad, Ray. You got to hear it.
Okay,
you got to listen to that track. It's called Hey Baby, The New Rising Sun.
All right.
And Cindy's playing it with me, and David Santos from Billy Joel's band is on bass, and kills, brother, kills.
So what does Carlos think about you stealing Cindy?
We're like family. They say I'm part of the Santana family.
Yeah.
When I want to go see him or hang, I just text Chad, his personal guy, and go, Chad, it's Micki Free, and he goes, Micki, and I say, I'm in town. I want to come and see Carlos. He goes, well, you're part of the family. Just let me know when, where, how many. And as a matter of fact, I go to Vegas every year in May, my birthday, to House of Blues to see Carlos. And he's at the House of Blues in May. So I'll be there in May. If you want to fly out and hang with me.
Oh, God, that'd be awesome. I'm still trying to get an interview with Carlos. You know?
He's elusive.
Yeah. I've interviewed John McLaughlin not that long ago. He's a cool dude.
Another cool dude. Dude.
Very
cool. If you could actually get through to Carlos, you could interview him because you're an affable guy, and Carlos appreciates good positive vibes, and you elude that shit, man. You look very positive, right? Very positive.
Well, I know Cindy, his other half.
Well, that's good. You already got a foot in the door.
The other guy who's been hard to track down is Gene Simmons. I've interviewed some of the guys from Kiss, but not Gene Simmons.
Yeah, I call him like, I have so many names for Gene. I call him God of Thunder, Gino Vanelli, the Big Bird. I call him
Big Bird, huh?
Oh yeah. Did you see those pics of me and him like last month in Vegas at his art show? I think they're on Instagram.
I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, you got
on Instagram.
Yeah, it's on Instagram.
I'll check it out.
He was doing his art show in Vegas, and I was in Vegas hanging with Steve Stevens because he was playing with Billy Idol at the Cosmopolitan. So I called up Kiss Company. I go, I'm in town. Where's Gene at? And they sent me where he was, and he says he's expecting you. And I was like, oh my God. So I was expecting just to walk in there and talk to Gene. Full fucking press there, everybody taking my picture. I go to Simmons. Oh, did they just out of the blue know I was here, Gene? Gene goes like this. No, I told him. Just like that. He goes, no, I told him.
He knows how to get the job done, doesn't he?
He does, brother, man.
Great business guy. Incredible.
I mold my little Micki Free brand off of what Gene Simmons taught me.
Yeah.
I really do. You know, my company is called Dark Idol Music Company.
Okay.
And Dark as in D-A-R-K, Idol as in I-D-O-L.
Okay.
And that's the nickname Gene Simmons called me when he discovered me. You're the Dark Idol.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
I named my brand after that.
Very cool.
Crazy, right?
I gotta mention something everybody mentions. Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories.
Dude.
That is so funny, man. I watched it again last night.
And so true.
You played good basketball, by the way.
I didn't. Prince did.
I know, but you were on the team theoretically. Right?
No, I was on Prince's team. It was me and Prince.
Yeah, you were on Prince's team, right? Yeah.
Me, Prince's brother, Charlie, and Eddie, and Uncle Ray.
Yeah.
And I remember we're sitting at the house and and Prince goes, let's play basketball. I'm up for a game of basketball. And Eddie Murphy looks like
So
me like,
funny.
what the fuck? Because I knew Eddie from
Uh-huh.
Beverly Hills Cop because I just had won my Grammy for Beverly Hills
Right.
Cop.
Right.
So me and Eddie were tight.
Yep.
And so Eddie looks at me like, what? And Prince goes, yeah, it's gonna be me and Micki and my brother. And I was like, oh shit. And it's a
So
true
funny.
story, Ray. We come out of the club with our fucking club clothes on.
Right.
For real. We go up to Prince's house. Eddie, Charlie, and those guys go to their car. They get in the fucking Nike shit and all that. I'm like, we're gonna get killed. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. And Prince, we took the ball out first, and Prince comes up to me and he goes, "Okay, Micki, take it out, check it, and give it back to me. That's all you have to do." I was like, gladly. And Charlie and Uncle Ray are looking at me like, "Oh yeah, free, bring that shit on." So I took the ball out, gave it back to Prince, and I kid you not, Ray, fucking guy played like Steph Curry.
Unbelievable.
On jump shots. I mean, I was like, what the fuck? And Eddie and Charlie's faces were like, what? And we won, Ray, beat him.
Incredible.
And Randy, Prince's cook, made us blueberry pancakes.
The blueberry pancakes, that's right.
True story. True story.
What a story, though. That's awesome.
Dude, that skit has made me legendary for sure.
It has. Yeah.
Because the deal is, and sadly to say, that it's only me and Eddie that are alive now because Charlie and Prince are gone. Yeah. So, people talk to me about it and they talk to Eddie about it. Still believing, was that real? Everyone says it too. Was that really real? And we're like, yeah, motherfucker, shit. It was real. It's all over everywhere,
That's great.
It was good times.
I want to talk about Shalamar just real quick. What were those days like for you? I mean, you had to have so many girls. Oh dude. God.
It was like ridiculous girls.
I can't even imagine.
You probably can't because it was crazy. And then my affiliation with Prince at the same time, Ray.
Unbelievable.
Okay. So it was like, I mean, there's a joke that Eddie said, we're walking, there's me and Eddie, Chris Rock before he became big time, and Charlie walking on Melrose Boulevard in LA on a Saturday afternoon. And all these girls are screaming, Micki. Yeah, and Eddie looks at me and he goes like this, poo, 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 pussy falling from the sky. He goes like this, is that all your pussy, Micki? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. And we were all dying laughing. It was crazy in those days, Unreal. I'm lucky to be alive, baby.
Yeah, man.
It'll be in my book, Ray.
Definitely. If you need any help with the book, just let me know. What? I can always help you with a chapter or whatever.
Let me,
ghostwriting.
Yes, I like that idea. And, I haven't started it yet. We're just starting it and I'm just vetting people. But now that you said that, I have your email and all that. I'm going to reach out to you and talk about, because you did your book. Yes. Rockstar.
I got a couple of books. This is about me growing up in the family business in DC. And this is, I'm going to have maybe 4 series because I got so much material.
Yeah.
This is series 1 of the Rockstar Chronicles.
And you wrote all that yourself?
Oh yeah. It's on me. No help.
Oh, see, no help. I need to talk to you for real. I need to talk to you. I'm the worst. I want my book, and I told this to Gene, to be an easy read, kind of like the way that Carlos's book is, like Steven Tyler's book, and just me telling stories to the writer and putting those stories into my life.
Do you have a lot of notes? Did you write things down as you have a good memory?
My memory is like stellar.
Good.
Number one.
Right.
And I know the years, the decades, everything that was going on.
How about
pictures? If I don't, I do.
Good. That's important.
If I don't, I just Google Micki Free and they tell me everything anyway.
That's true. I go to Wikipedia.
Right. Yeah. If I can't remember shit, I just Google me. And then it says, oh yeah, that's what I was doing there. I remember.
That's funny.
I'm gonna reach out to you, Ray. That's for sure.
No problem, man. I love it. I'm all about the music. That's what kept me alive all these years.
And me as well.
Yeah. Shalamar, man, before you got there, they were already huge because they already had hits like the second time around, which was really big. I was on the air for that. They had A Night to Remember. This Is for the Loving You.
Oh yeah.
Over and over, and you got to sing all those tunes, right?
Yeah. When I sang all those, but the thing about Shalamar is what happened is when I joined the band, we crossed over to pop, and Shalamar became a household name.
Right.
With Dancing in the Sheets. That was a huge crossover song. And a lot have it had to do with me being in the band as a rock and roll blues guy. Yeah. And, you know, and my look and everything. So it just crossed over immediately. It didn't hurt being in the movie Footloose at all, you know. But that's the second biggest selling single in Shalamar's history, Dancing in the Sheets.
Yeah. That was huge.
If you see in the background, I think there's like multi-platinums from Dancing in the Sheets and Beverly Hills Cop, and then my Grammys over there, and you know,
cool.
So yeah,
How cool is it to have a Grammy, huh?
To tell you the truth, I didn't really get it. You know, I mean, I got into music to get girls. You know, and Gene Simmons had to sit me down and educate me. He goes, okay. Him and Diana Ross. I don't know if you know this, Diana Ross used to manage me because of Gene Simmons.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Diana Ross. I love Diana Ross.
So they set me down and they said, okay, we're going to teach you about show business, music industry. You have the first part of the word show down. Now we're going to teach you the business part. And they did. And, you know, I've been lucky, you know, to have Gene Simmons as a teacher ain't that bad of a deal. You know, and they taught me a lot about the business. To this day, the reason why I own all my publishing is because of Gene Simmons.
Awesome.
You know, I did some huge co-publishing deals that reverted back to me after. And it was all because of Gene. He taught me, you know, what to do. Gene was in. He got me signed. My first publishing deal at A&M Irving Elmo Music. That was all because of Gene Simmons.
Yeah. You know, I was the first guy. Go ahead.
I could do like 10 chapters just in my life with Gene.
I know.
Seriously, you know?
Yeah.
Before his family and before his son, I was his like baby boy. I was Gene's like son.
You got the book. The book is written in your head.
Oh, dude.
It really is.
So much to tell. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. I was the first guy in my high school to turn everybody on to Kiss. When that first album came out.
Yeah.
And I saw them at a very small place, small venue. It was Kiss and Rush and the Heavy Metal Kids. And it was like, I don't know, 500 people, 600 people. And that's it. I was in the front row.
That's how Gene discovered me. Kiss was headlining, Kiss, Rush, Ted Nugent, REO Speedwagon. And my little band that I was in opened for Kiss. And Gene saw me and said, "You're a star."
Yeah.
And that's how I met Simmons.
Yeah. In the right place at the right time, man.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, people should understand that. You know, am I the most talented guitar player in the world? No. Am I the most best this? No. But I was in the right place at the right time. Right. And I can walk it like I talk it at the end of the day. And if you can't, Simmons ain't going to have nothing to do with you.
You know, you're going to win some more Grammys as a blues artist, I think.
Oh, wow. That would be kind of cool, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Cool. That would be cool. I'm already writing another record already. I mean, I'm like, songs are what I do. I just love to write, Ray, you know, and I can put them pen to paper, and then I could make that song come alive on a record too, the way I hear it and the way I play it.
That's not easy to do. I mean, it's the lyrics are okay, but putting the music to those lyrics, that's difficult.
I'm just inspired that way, you know, and that's what I do. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you write the lyrics first or the music first?
It depends.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a simple riff.
Right.
Like Heavy Mercy was a riff. Yeah. That's all it was. And I was like, oh man, this is cool. And then it was heavy. And I was like, oh, and it was heavy. And I went like this, Ray, oh, have mercy. And I went, oh, fuck, Heavy Mercy is what I'm going to call this song. And that's how it started. And then it was so deep and dark that I started to get the Chris Cornell vibe in my brain.
It's definitely there, man.
Yeah. And so I wrote the vocal kind of like if I was writing a song for Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Huh.
Crazy.
Is there anything I can do for the Native American? Back in the day when I was in business, I had a retail, my parents had retail electronics stores since the late 50s. And I was part of that family business. So in DC, we had retail electronics stores. One of our customers was John Voight. And John Voight. He came in, very huge advocate of the American Indian. And he brought in a ancestor of Geronimo, and he looked just like Geronimo. Oh my God, all dressed up and everything. I mean, we hugged. I mean, just the feeling,
He had
the
regalia
connection you had,
He was in full regalia, the guy?
He was
like
in full regalia, yes.
Oh, wow.
But he looked just like Geronimo. You can tell he was an ancestor, But John Voight did a lot, And if there's anything, or is there a website or anything we can do to help? Let me know, because
I will. And the best thing to do that I support our native peoples in big ways, man. I keynote speak at
definitely
indigenous conferences and stuff like that. But the Native American College Fund is always a good thing to do. You know what I mean? Because that's a real organization. And as we get to know each other better, I'll show you other ways that you can help and so forth and so on. And when I finally come to see you, which I will, or you come to see me, you're invited to my birthday in Vegas if you can get away.
Oh God, what a party that would be!
Oh
man.
I'm staying at the House of Blues. We go downstairs,
oh my
Carlos, and groove to that.
And
moving forward, we'll stay in touch on the native tip too, bro.
Definitely. My daughter had a good friend who was an American Indian, and she took her to powwows. We had powwows in Maryland,
yes.
And they were huge.
Of course. Powwows are the gathering of us that we get to see our friends and our different tribes and our brothers and sisters and party and dance.
A blast.
The drum is everything. That's the heartbeat of us. And then, you eat good Native American fried bread, and all the arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts are great.
Yeah, totally. Totally. So cool. So cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Here's our final question together. Okay.
I
get some very interesting answers from this, and I'll tell you some of the rock legends, the answers I got from them. They're very interesting. If you had a Field of Dreams wish like the movie,
yes,
perform, collaborate with anyone from the past or present, who would that be? And I'm thinking I already know the answer, but
you already know the answer.
100%, huh?
Totally.
Jimi?
Of course. It would totally be Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
I think we could hit it off. And
you guys would be best friends. I can tell you. I
think it would be very cool, to tell you the truth, Ray. I mean, just I'd be like, Jimmy, I learned all this stuff from you, bro.
Well, then let me teach you this.
but I brought my own flavor to the party.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do something. That would be interesting, right?
Yeah. I wonder what he'd be doing now. If he was alive,
he'd be doing what he was doing, creating badass music and be at the forefront of what he does. And I'd be like, the first thing I would say to him is, could I raid your closet, bro? Could I raid your closet first? Give me all them clothes. Give me.
Yeah.
That'd be my guy. That's him.
Yeah. I wonder if he'd be doing any fusion, like a
probably
Blackman, new stuff.
I don't know if it would be that fusion because remember, Jimmy to us was a blues-based rock guitar player, without a doubt. Yeah. He was steeped in the blues. That's his base, like mine, But I tell everybody this: I'm not a blues player. I'm a blues rock player. There is a difference. Yeah. I take my leads, like from Jimmy, from the cats like that. But John Lee Hooker and all those guys, and Buddy Guy, I learned a lot from them too. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like a big old melting pot.
Yeah.
Together.
Well, if you ever want to collaborate, I got some guys that I'm friends with that I could reach for you. One of them is Billy Cobham. If you need a drummer like Billy, he's awesome.
Dude, let me say something. Dude, we can talk further. When I was like 18 years old, 17, I met Tommy Bolin in freaking Colorado. He was in a band called Zephyr.
I know all about. I know his brher. I know all those guys.
He's one of my favorite guitar players.
Yeah.
Tommy Bolin actually showed me how to play my first triplet. Tommy Bolin. Yeah. And when he did that fucking album with Billy Cobham, legendary.
The Spectrum album.
Spectrum, legendary.
Oh, legendary. Yeah. Well, Matt, Power Trio with Billy Cobham on drums.
Oh shit, that would be ridiculous.
Spectrum 2.
I'm down.
Yeah. And I hang out, we talk a lot. his nickname is Binky Womack. You know the Womacks, Bobby Womack, and the whole
course.
family of Womacks.
Kidding me?
This cat he's awesome. He's got a few albums out. He's got his own record company. He's a producer, really nice guy. And he's a great guitar player. He's kind of like a Lenny Kravitz type.
Oh, I dig it. I dig it. Hey man, I'm down. I mean, just so you know, I'm down for anything that's groovy, anything that can bear fruit, that's really cool, no egos clashing. I'm down for that kind of stuff.
These guys are all cool. Like they got your kind of temperament, personality. They're all hip dudes, man.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, you got me. You know me now, Ray. You're in touch with me.
Keep in touch, man.
No doubt.
I would love that.
So does this go on your online show? Yes, right?
Everywhere.
You got to send me where it's going to go so I can.
I am. You want me to send it to Mark Pucci, or
send it to both of us?
Okay. Do I have your email?
Let me give you your email. Mark will get it to me. Mark will get it to me.
Okay. Tell Mark to give me your email. That's important.
Okay, I will. You got it.
I want to say special thanks to Mark Pucci of Mark Pucci Media for arranging this interview with Micki Free. You can purchase a new album by Micki Free entitled Turquoise Blue. 5 stars. If I could give it 10 stars, I would.
Ray, thank you, man.
Available at Amazon.com. I guess you can go on your website as well. Yeah.
Tell them if they go on my website to get it.
Right.
They purchase the CD because the CD, you have to hold it. It's so fucking bad, everything. And I will give, this is the proportion now, I will give you a personal thank you call from Micki Free when you buy it.
You're kidding me. Whoa.
Oh no, we've been doing that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I will personally call you and thank you. And it's going over really well.
That's great. It's www.mickifree.com.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep. You're on Facebook, you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, everywhere. You're everywhere, man. Micki, thank you so much, man. I'm
calling you RS now. That's your name.
Cool. That's
RS
cool.
or if I call you Ray Baby, cool. I'm a guy that I got a lot of names from friends. And now you and I are friends.
That's right. They called me in high school Rock Raymond.
I like it. All right, man. Let's stay in touch.
Peace, man. Good luck with the new album.
Brother.
And like I said, I hope to see you in Florida, and maybe we can connect. Maybe I can fly and meet you somewhere.
Come and see me in Vegas. I told you.
Oh, God, that'd be great. Well, email me. Let me know.
Got it. Thanks,
Ray. All right, Micki. Take care, dude.
You got it, brother. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.